You know, the downside for us though is that he's gone for 6 weeks
Yeah.
during the end of the year scramble that we
Oh
have.
my goodness. Yeah.
So it's been hectic to have to do my job and kind of cover for his absence.
Yeah.
So throughout that, because I worked so early, I didn't get to enjoy sunlight for a couple of
Oh
weeks.
my gosh.
So I missed out on the ability to like play and like
Mhm.
really get my hands on with the beta. But I don't have any grimes about that. Like I'll happily wait because I know I'm not going to be lucky enough to get into the next one. No, I don't have those skills, right? So I'm happily waiting for the availability when it comes out. I'll play it then.
Mhm.
And for everybody out there that like jailbroke the beta and all that stuff, I guess more power to you. But y'all had a huge advantage. I don't expect to see anybody who may not say it, but like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We're gonna know you cracked the beta. If I see you getting washed in brackets, son, I'm gonna call y'all out, okay? Like you had months ahead of time of everybody else to like at least get familiar with the game. You didn't have a full roster, I'll give you that, but you've had time. I come out and look, it's kind of like when you go to like a school function and some people got there without filling out the permission slip.
Yeah.
You can tell which ones it was. Yeah, same difference, okay? I'm gonna keep my eyes open, and if all of y'all out there who, again, y'all want to front, like, you're getting it along with everybody else, that's fine. Do you. But if I can tell that you had a lot of time with the beta, all right, and you end up getting O2 washed, you got some explaining to do, okay? That's all I can say to you on that.
I was able to play a little bit again. Like life got in the way. Very similar. But I play Chun, so
Yeah,
she
that's all
feels
okay.
great. I didn't get to spend enough time
Mm,
with it, so I'm just really excited to see what what's gonna happen with the next beta.
right. I'm not gonna
Who?
lie, like I am actually a little surprised about one very particular thing with Chun in this game. This is the first time I've ever seen her actually use a punch in her supers before. Like
Oh.
again, you think about it, like every time she either if she's gonna be in a mainline game or if she's in one of the crossover games, they always focus on her kicks, which makes sense. It's Chun Li for
Mhm.
Christ's sake. But with this one, I believe it's her level 3 that gives her like that lift kick, and while you're falling down, she goes for the like what is it, the Ip Man punches to the ribs, and then sends
Yeah,
you
that
up
is
again.
different for
So
her.
like I said, that's a nice change of pace. I'm happy about that. What I'm really happy for was the trailer that we got to see from the Game Awards, because
Oh,
I'm
yes.
very interested in the new characters.
Mhm.
The ones that we got to see were Manon, Marissa, and JP. And all three of them are like just, they are oozing with like their own style. And I
Yes.
love that
Yes.
fact.
Mhm.
I remember during when the, leak happened, and for the record, I don't consider that a leak. That was premeditated as far as I'm concerned. But I remember when they, put out the leak, like one of the quick titles that they put out was for Manon. They said that she was like, female able.
Yes, that's
And
exactly when I saw it. I was like, "Yep, that's Abel."
okay, and like I'm looking at that, and I know a handful of people who like they saw that and they thought that that was more a comment on like the Street Fighter's lore that
Yes.
she's gonna be another one of like the failed vessels or whatnot. And
Mm.
then when like I'm watching the trailer, I realize okay, like she's just a French judoka, so
Yes. Yes.
that's why they said she's
Yes.
a female
Yes.
able. And
It's just
again,
their movements
yeah,
and it just gave off the vibes. But I was
oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, that's a that's an Abel character.
yeah, and like to her credit, like I love the fact that she is like bringing that very very graceful style with her because like apparently
Mhm.
she's a rowing model slash ballerina that has
Um,
interest in fighting.
that's a
So
that's awesome.
yeah, so like seeing like that type of pastiche come out and really really make a difference on the
Yes.
play style, I think
Mhm.
that's something that know is going to
Yes.
be amazing to watch.
I,
But
I I think the devs are really going into like
mm,
having the each character have like their own vibe, even if they have similar play styles like other characters from other Street Fighters. They just seem to be really focusing on the individual
right,
like characteristics that make them special, and I
hmm,
love that.
oh
I
yeah,
really really love just again how much care they're putting into it. Like you can tell,
definitely.
and it's very much appreciated because it makes us want to play it more.
Oh yeah, like 1,000 times over. Like me personally, I'm torn between two of the people that I've seen thus far. I'm torn between Marissa and I'm torn between JP. I'm torn between Marissa because like I'm a rushdown player, so I
Mhm.
need somebody who like hits hard and is constantly moving forward, and that's basically Marissa's full thing.
Mhm.
At the same time, you look at JP and you just have like all those different memes of how like you have like those older gentlemen that go like full, like hipster style with it. Like the
Yeah.
dude has like the man bun and everything, like the perfectly like coiffed beard and
You're
everything,
a
and like the
hipster.
like yeah, like the real
Old
hipster
school
fit to it and
hipster.
everything. So you see JP and you got like this elderly statesman vibe, and I'm digging that because like I love. I don't get to do it very often, but like when you get the opportunity to like really put on,
Yeah.
really go like full nine tails and all
Mhm.
that, like I said, it's something special about it.
Mhm.
So seeing a character who comes to the foray, just decked to the nines.
Yeah.
Like again, sharp isn't even a word to describe how well this man is dressed. So I got to give him a lot of credit there. And at the same time, I'm 50-50 on something because allegedly they're saying that he has some connection to Psycho Power, which again I'm
Mm.
not against,
Yeah.
but as somebody who's been like a fan of the series for so long, I do feel that it's kind of becoming a little bit of a crutch that they're
Okay.
leaning into too much. It's not to say that like they can't do what they
Yeah.
want; it's their game, but to keep bringing up the Psycho Power thing again, like it feels like that's one part of the past that they maybe should start thinking about letting go of. At least that's how I
Okay.
view
That's an interesting take.
it. It's part of the reason why they put me on the mic.
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
of course, yeah. Like it's what we need. We
Mm,
need to hear these in a great environment and just in a fun way that's like, everybody has their own opinions
exactly.
and thinks their own things and, we can share them. It's
Hmm.
always a safe place.
Yeah, like
Like you're always going to have your friends that you're going to argue with
oh
about with
definitely. Oh
certain
yeah.
characters and like I'm always going to go for Chun. Like no matter what. Like I've tried different characters. Like Chun is just my girl. But Kimberly looks so much
Oh
fun. Like she
yeah.
looks so much fun and that's what I really felt was lacking. I feel like I didn't have fun in Street Fighter 5.
A lot of people didn't. So
Yeah.
like you're not alone in that. And at the same time, Street Fighter Five, it took a while to become what
Yes.
it needed to be.
We were just talking about that yesterday. We
There
were
you
just
go.
talking about how I came in again for Street Fighter when Street Fighter 4 came out.
All
So
right.
I'm an '09er, like
All right.
showing my age for that. But I just remember always having fun, and it just kept getting better. And it didn't feel like that, especially in the beginning of
No.
Street Fighter 5. And
No.
I tried. I tried so hard to stick with it, and it was more fun to watch
Yeah.
and see a lot of the younger, like pro players come about, and that was
Mhm.
my favorite part
Yeah.
of the Street Fighter like iteration, I guess. Just seeing the community grow to like content creator, like just blowing up in a different way than more. It was more than just the game. So
Again, like I said,
I
it
like
was
that so much.
yeah, it was an inspiration for like a
Mhm.
lot of people and a lot of things that are commonplace for us now.
Yes.
Like it got kicked off by people just being so enamored and so enveloped with Street Fighter 4.
Mhm.
And then when Street Fighter 5 came out, like just on general principle, because of the legacy that 4, propped up
Yes.
and Street Fighter 4 did a lot of heavy lifting,
It
not
did.
just for Capcom,
Mhm.
for the FGC in general.
Mhm.
Like said, like it got the 09ers in, it brought a lot of old heads back,
Yes.
and it got everybody paying attention.
Mhm.
Then Street Fighter 5 happened, and I'm not saying that to have like a dramatic pause or anything. It's just that Street Fighter 5, it was not done, it was not ready, but it became kind of a victim of its own process, if you could.
Mhm.
Because we knew that Street Fighter 4 was like, its shelf life, it kind of like run its course.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, it doesn't matter how old the game is. If you
I
got.
still want to play it.
Yeah, like I said. If,
I
like,
love playing 4.
Yeah, like, if you and 2 or 3 other people want to, like, just sit down and have,
We
like,
still have like all of the cabinets outside.
Yeah, we do.
With
That's
with
right.
people playing all of the, the arcade games and people
Yeah.
love that stuff and it's, whatever, to each his own. Like
Mhm.
everybody loves what they love.
Yeah.
But during that time there was a pause and I guess it caused a shift in the community and like where the esports side was going, which is
Yeah.
great because 2016 was the first time that they were in the stadium for Evo.
Hmm.
Like it was huge. I
Oh
remember
yeah.
ESPN and all of that stuff. Like my grandma was watching. She's like, "Oh, you used to play this on Nintendo." I'm like, "Not anymore. Now we're
Yeah.
on TV." And she's just like, "Who are these people?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Again,
Like
they're
they're
that new
just
class.
people that
That
we
new
play
class.
with. Like
Yeah.
this is it was it showed the world what was still going on because the FGC never stopped,
No.
you know? So it was just a cool way of showcasing and just skyrocketing that esports side. That was really cool and it, led to a lot more coverage in different aspects and just the content create. I love all of the content creation that has come out of it
Yeah.
and just now it's all ready for Street Fighter 6, which is great
Hmm.
and I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I felt like this when Street Fighter 5 came out. So, like you said, like we'll
Yeah.
see.
Right.
Like
No. That's the like. I want to say it's the double-edged sword of all
yes.
this because we can still be hyped for everything that we have seen thus far, but it falls to them for it to stick the landing.
Yes.
You know,
That's a perfect yeah.
again, like recently I heard somebody they dropped this incredible line when it came to the concept of like game development. Everybody has to remember and understand that there is only so much you can add to a game before the game stops benefiting from it. That is a very, very delicate line to walk.
Mhm.
And we've seen basically both sides of the spectrum on that, where games will come out and they have, like, again, a tremendous amount of hype coming from them.
Mhm.
Everybody's revved up. Everybody wants to, like, get involved in the game. Then the game releases and there's nothing there.
Mhm.
You know, it's by strict definition, technically, yes, it is a game because you can put it in your system, turn it on, and you can play it. But it also falls to having that extra content. All
Mhm.
those, like, well, no, we view them nowadays as like kind of intangibles, but having the ability to keep somebody and like one person to have the ability to keep a single person entertained and engaged
Mhm.
in what should be a two-person or three,
Yep.
depending on how many you're playing,
Mhm.
a two-person game, that's a huge
It is.
issue.
Yeah.
So when you have all the like bells and whistles of what can be done in the game, but there's nothing surrounding the game.
Yeah.
It's just one-on-one. Then everything falls flat.
Yep.
At the same time, on the other side of it, and again, this is not a knock against the game. It's just an observation. I look at everything that's been done with Tekken 7,
Oh.
and Tekken 7 has been around so much longer than we give it credit
Yes.
for.
Yes.
And they've like no, they constantly kept adding to it. They constantly kept
Yes.
adding to it. And for a while, I was very, very curious as to where the ceiling was going to be because
Mhm.
I know eventually they're going to get on with
Yeah.
Tekken 8,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they're still adding stuff to Tekken 7,
Yes.
and they've been doing it for like the last 6 years.
Yeah.
After a while, again, there's only so much you can add to it before it stops benefiting as a whole. And hopefully, knock on wood, next generation does not have that issue.
Yeah.
We've already come to the decision as both a community and as just an audience that there are some prerequisites for a
Mhm.
game to like have a decent shelf life. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we had to learn the hard way that
Yeah.
online connectivity
Mhm.
is a
Is
thing. Okay, like we're not in the '90s anymore, all right? Not everybody's gonna head out,
Mhm.
go to the arcade, go to the local bodega, hope to God that they have a Neo Geo cabinet or something like that. No, like majority of the time, people are busy, people got lives. There's a bunch of
It's
stuff going
hard.
on.
It's just hard.
Again, like I said, and we use gaming as our little bit of escapism that doesn't involve
Mhm.
breaking the law.
Yeah.
And if I'm trying to like have a first attempt with my buddy in say South Carolina or something like that, and I can't get a connection in the
It's so
game,
frustrating.
what the hell?
Yeah. You're
So
already upset about many other things. Plus
exactly,
add the connectivity.
so having the ability to again implementing rollback and having that be step one,
Yeah.
having that be part of the original recipe, you could say, for
Mhm.
games moving forward, that's been a huge, huge benefit.
Yeah.
And the fact that so many old games are like they're slowly getting on board with it. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think they have to.
yeah,
They have no choice.
you know,
you
and
know.
difficult. The one thing though that I have to say when it comes to this is that for games that are working out their kinks and all,
Mhm.
we do need a little bit of patience
Yeah.
because, like you were saying, a lot of older games they kind of need to like get with the times in terms
Yeah.
of online connectivity. But the thing that we gotta understand as customers is that that is not a walk in the park to
Yes,
implement. All right.
it's very difficult. I've worked on a developer team, and it's it's very difficult. Like they
Again,
try their best, and by the time you put in your input, they're already working on something else. You know, like it's so hard to make everyone happy,
yeah.
and that's the biggest thing that people need to just accept, not even learn, accept,
Right. Again.
because they're trying their best. They really do
Yeah.
want to make a fun game, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen exactly how people want it.
Again.
And they're just going to complain, and that's fine. Speak your opinion, but don't think that other people are also going to jump on it and like do everything that needs to be changed or
Yeah. Look,
whatever.
it's like Macho Man said, right? You may not like it, but accept it. Okay. And
I
again,
love
these are
Macho
just
Man.
yeah. And again, these are just like these very very small things that, even with all of the advances that they've
Yeah.
been making, there's still small things that have to be taken care of.
Yeah.
One thing that has been really, really entertaining to watch is the indie scene show up
Mhm.
and seeing all these, like, I guess you would have to call them like off-brand fighting games. To see
Mhm.
all these different games show up and like find their place, like we have them fighting herds outside, Main Six is here, and I absolutely adore everything about that game
Mhm.
because you would never in a million years ever think about, taking My Little Pony and matching with Skullgirls or something. And like yet you mash the two
Just
together and
even
you get a fun
Skullgirls,
game.
like
Yeah.
Skullgirls was so much fun.
Yeah,
It was
like
so
just
much fun.
and then you have some of the new games that are coming out. Like one game that like I'm really pining for is Umbral Core.
Yes,
I again
yes,
like
yes.
just the general aesthetic of the game and how it's seemingly like it's slowly coming together because they
Yeah.
have the an open alpha out now. And please, I really need to stress alpha. Okay, do not judge the game 100% off of what we're getting around to playing now. But just on general principle alone, what I'm seeing looks good.
Mhm.
And the fact that a lot of games now are being made by the same people who grew up in the
Yes,
arcades.
that's
That's
yeah.
starting to really show. And again, more
Mhm.
power to all the devs out there who, their their whole way of life basically boiled down to with putting their quarter on the glass, saying I got next, and that was their day.
Yep.
That was their whole
Mhm.
afternoon. And that love and care, that attention to detail, that desire to really get back this feeling of what it is to enjoy a fighting game,
Mhm.
to be engaged and entertained by one. It's making this huge comeback. We're having a renaissance in that aspect, and I cannot wait.
It's just a lot of people upset with what they have no control over and changing it in a different way, and I love that. I
Yeah.
love seeing it too, and just getting I'm trying to remember the game
Which
that
one?
oh my god, it's with so I when I was in California, I was part of the Drunken Masters,
Oh.
and a lot of them play DJ, so I know that they were very happy. Shout out DM. Um, and I was an honorary member for a really long time, but we weren't called DM.
Mm.
It was like a family. And then once I moved away, they became DM, and they like made shirts. They
Oh.
made like everything. Like it became a crew, and I was like, whoa. And I remember going to Evo because that's like the hub where everybody goes to, and
Yeah.
everybody's like Francie. I'm like, who are these people? But they've become some of my best friends. Um, and they were the people that made Street Fighter 4 feel like family. Um, but um, they have created a game, and I can't think of the game. Oh my god, why can't I think of it? I'm totally blanking right now.
I mean, like you can
Um,
look it up. I'm not gonna hold that against you or anything. I'm
yes, I'm gonna
curious
have to
now,
look
so
it
I
up.
kind of have to.
You've played it. You've played it. It's an indie game.
Hmm.
Um, but I can't remember the name.
Ah.
So it'll come to me.
Sure.
Just keep talking.
But yeah,
Um,
and again, like you see games like that, like Blazing Strike is another one that I'm really excited for because that gives me like old school. No, I don't want to say KOF because like that would be a misnomer. Blazing Strike reminds me of Rage of the Dragons,
Okay.
and I love that game. It was just this crazy idea.
Punch
Punch Planet.
Planet. Yes,
All
Punch
right, then
Planet.
yes, that's
They're
what
gonna
it is.
kill me. They're like Francis. I've been playing this game probably since I'm trying to think since I think 20, 2015. It was before.
Ooh.
I think it was before. It was before five came out.
Oh yeah, they're
It
not
was
letting you live
before.
that down.
I know,
Yeah.
but I was the champion for a little bit.
Word.
But then they upgraded and I stopped playing. But
I
but
see. Okay.
again, someone took what they were feeling and put their all into this game. Like, oh, I hate that they changed this in Ultra for Street Fighter 4, and they made their own game. And I was like, that's mind-boggling that, it was like a three-person team.
Damn.
So a lot of the times with these indie games, it's very small teams.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's so small, and it's amazing the stuff that they do implement and like make work. It's amazing. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's all the people that exactly what you were saying. They grew up, with all of these things, and they put their all into these games, and it's just amazing. I love all the creativity coming out of it, and just seeing all of the mix. Like the games are not like a Street Fighter or a Tekken.
Right.
It's like a mix.
Again,
And
each
I
of
love
them, like,
it,
they're
yeah.
all individual unto themselves.
Yeah.
It's now that I think about it, it's a weird way of looking at it, but one way to more or less approach the concept of like where quality is going when it comes to fighting games in particular. Oddly enough, it's a lot like The Simpsons, because everybody remembers like the first couple of seasons.
Oh, and they're fuzzy.
Again,
They're
you,
fuzzy,
like,
but they're always fun. They've always kept the funny one-liners and punchlines and all that
Yeah.
stuff. No matter what episode you watch, like that is always part of it. But the visual, yes, you can tell the fuzziness and like it's insane. It's insane.
And like for a long time, like a bunch of people were like trying to like rag on the quality of the show overall. And most recently, like The Simpsons they've been enjoying comeback. And what dawned on me was again the same epiphany with fighting games. The people who grew up watching The Simpsons back in the day and loving it are people who are working on the show now.
Yeah, that's
So they
insane.
can
That is
remember,
so
yeah,
insane.
they can remember everything about the show that they loved and work it into the show now.
Yeah.
And that's where we are when it comes to a lot of the indie scene with fighting
Yes,
games.
yes.
All the stuff that like we picked up, like back in the late '90s and the early aughts and all that like Wild West mentality that they had when it was just like make any fighting game, just make it, see what happens. And again, some of it'll get picked up.
Yeah.
Somebody will like hold on to like really something like small or unique about it and put it somewhere else, and it's just kept going. And now it's coming full circle. And location notwithstanding, it does give me those like old arcade vibes.
Yes.
Because everybody is like, they're coming to the table,
Yeah.
and everybody's just they're playing their games, they're playing their friends' games, they're playing some other game that they heard about. They're telling people about some game that they
Yeah.
saw online with
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
preview trailer and everything, and that like hive network vibe, that energy, that
Yeah,
buzz,
grassroots,
it's
yeah.
coming back, and to see it come back after everything that we've done within like the last 13 years. Now that I think about it.
Showing your age.
Yeah, there we go. Between everything that's happened in the last 13 years, to be able to say that as big as we are now, that particular feeling is coming back.
That's amazing.
And yeah, like that's what should keep a lot of people going. It's what's kept a lot of us going.
Yeah.
Being able to, we have our ups and downs, like we were talking early Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
But Street Fighter V, got its act together. It
Yes.
became the game that made
It took
everybody.
a bit, but it did get to where it should have been.
Right. And you see with a couple of the other games, it may not feel right away like what it needs to be. But my history teacher told me 2 words years ago: judge slowly. Let it grow, let it ruminate, let it warm up, let it find its way. Once it does, most of those games become memories that you're going to hold on to for the rest of your life.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Again, don't get me wrong. Like I'm fully aware of like just the type of countenance like all of this brings whenever I go somewhere.
Yeah.
So I try to make what I say just enough to like keep people coming back, to keep people listening. All
Mhm.
right. It's easy to be like the loudest, rudest person in the room,
Yes.
especially with my size, but I prefer not to do that. I prefer to be more poetic than anything else. I try at least.
Well, you're doing a great job. But let's see. Someone was asking, when does the event start? So it starts in about 15 minutes. All the pools are going to kick off.
Right.
This is just the pre-show.
Yeah. Listen,
This is
just want to warm
something
y'all up.
new that we're just trying. So just let us know what you think. If you have any questions, you could also write those in the comments.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Like I said, we've been rambling for like the last half hour.
I
What do y'all have
know.
to say? Like I
Yeah,
said, we
yeah,
want to
yeah,
hear from
yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, someone was just asking for the time,
Mhm.
and yeah, so we're almost about to wrap this up.
Okay, so yeah, if that's going to be the case, then I am going to have to sign in for my first block. But I don't want to leave everybody, don't want to dine and ditch, so to speak. So I will say this: no matter where you are, no matter what game you're playing, no matter what you're going through, all right, keep fighting the good fight.
Mhm.
Whether it's you on the sticks, whether it's you putting your feet on the ground and stepping forward out of bed every morning, whether it's you clocking in, whatever. One foot in front of the other, keep fighting, okay? Every day we fight, just like Coach Steve says. Every
Mhm.
day we
Every
fight.
day we fight.
So keep
It's a
fighting that
different
good
battle.
fight.
It's a different battle, and like I was saying, I was really big into Street Fighter 4. I'm a Street Fighter girl, so that's my main game. And Street Fighter 5 came out, and I did stop playing, but then I got it more into production
There you go.
and helping out with the community, running tournaments, and just doing different things that keeps me here.
Right.
Because I don't want to leave. Even if I don't find the game fun, I love watching everyone else play. All of my
Yeah.
friends having so much fun. Like it's still a good feeling,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that's what I love about the FGC. The family feeling, the good feeling that you feel no matter what tournament you're at.
Definitely.
So
And again, one more thing. Being a part of the FGC is not solely exclusive to the idea of pressing buttons well, okay?
mhm,
We are a family, we are a community. It takes an entire machine behind
mhm,
these curtains to make sure that all the stuff is running.
yep,
So if you want to become a part of this, but you don't think you like have it to like make top 8 or anything, it doesn't matter. Show up, be a part of what's going on. Maybe you'll find somebody that you can talk to, and it could be nothing to do with games. Y'all just sit back,
mhm.
share a drink,
Talk about
talk about
art,
life and everything.
talking about anything. There's artists here.
Yeah.
There's TOs, running the brackets. There's someone who is in the front, with registration. It doesn't deal with any of the games.
Right.
It's just you helping. You might, bring something to the table that someone else, hasn't yet.
Exactly.
And it doesn't strictly need to be about video games. And I love that you can find your own little spot in the
Definitely.
community and everyone knows you for it. And, that's what you bring. And, gotta keep on the love and the positivity and all
Definitely.
that stuff.
Definitely.
And, you'll find your way, you'll find your way.
Right. But on that note, I am going to personally sign off. Francis, are you going to be like staying on to
No,
like give everything up?
I think we're wrapping up, right?
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. So again, like I said, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed our little pre-show. If you like it, let us know. If you got some
Mhm.
comments, critiques, anything, hit us up. In the meantime, I'm going to go sign on for my first community block. There's a lot of stuff to enjoy, and it's going to be all over. So again, keep your eyes open. If you got multi-Twitch, you're going to be burning it out this weekend.
So
So
much going on.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Y'all take it easy, and you'll hear from me a little bit later.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm signing off too. Bye, guys. See you later.
Ciao.
with this tournament. It's been around forever, bro.
Dude, like I said, it's old enough to drink. I'm positive of that.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. And just like that, we got some King of Fighters action hot and ready coming your way, guys. Take a look, gander at the bracket. Some good players, some notable players,
like I said, there are a couple of people that like we've seen before. You know, there's some smart money picks, in the bracket, if you could say. But more than anything else, we just got people ready to fight, and that's kind of like the best thing I can hope for right now.
Yep. Crossing swords with the Sam Show characters, hitting up Southtown with the, I don't know, like Garo characters in Southtown. Whatever. We got characters, baby. We got gladiators, we got characters, and I'm just excited to see, because right now we're in a position where we're about to get an update for the game coming out next month, season 2, if you will. So a lot of people here, including myself, we just been playing whoever we want, right?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, the game's gonna get changed in a month. Who knows what's gonna happen to Cronin or Janae or whoever. But right now, everyone's playing who they want. So I'm very excited to see who's getting selected in this bracket today.
That is what makes me happy, because don't get me wrong, like being a commentator, I grasp the approach that everybody had to have in terms of the meta, in terms of competitive stuff. And I'm cool with that. But one of the things that I enjoy the most is always character variety. So now that KOF is like, basically this is the last big tournament that's going to have this patch. So, or rather like this life cycle, so to speak. So afterwards, it's going to be fun to watch just how things shake up. At the same time, I still stand curious about one thing.
Talk to me.
The DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we got two things to consider.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us, that little, tidbit in Vegas. I mean, they gave us a lot in Vegas.
They gave us a whole meal that we was eating out there.
They gave us a lot in Vegas. But the thing was, they showed us Shingo, and they showed us Kim. Now, here's the big question. Are they on a team, and have we yet to meet their third? Or are they both bringing teams?
That's the $1 million question.
And if so, who are going to be these other 4 people? That's the thing, man.
Right.
Because, the whole motif has been shatter expectations. And a lot of the team makeups have done so. All right? And we still have this opportunity to really just kind of kick things in high gear straight out of the gate, depending on what it's going to be.
Coming straight, just like this match is about to come in right now. We got Cam Bosa on player 1 side going up against, Rowdy Boom. That's my man right there. Shout outs to Boom. T.O., awesome dude, great guy, just strong Soul Calibur player who's also been playing some King of Fighters for quite some time. So very good to see him up here on the stage.
Definitely.
Yeah, but let's get in there. I get a little glimpse of the teams from this side. Looks like we got player 1. Oh, we saying hi to Mom? You got it. You got to say hi to Mom, yeah. Mom's watching at home. You got to check her out. Yep. Boom's player 1. So Boom is going to be running Benny Mara, Robert, Mahai, Cambosa with the Darley, Sherney, and Rock.
All right, bold move. And you know what? This is the position that I always imagine people playing with Darley. Because Darley is what she is, coming from Sam's show, she's going to have to be that, can opener specialist. Somebody is going to eventually, crack her open and be a complete menace. But right now, people are still going to find their footing with her.
Yeah, and right now, Benny Morrow's finding his footing all over her face.
Yep.
With the Iaido kicks, got another one there. Cambosa's about to be bleeding. Oh, no. Command throw. Oh, set up there? Looks like he was going for something but missed it. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so the problem with Darley is that it's hard for her to kind of get started, right?
Yeah.
The damage is there. She hits very, very hard. But, like I mentioned, we're in a point right now where people are just getting ready for the update, so they're just playing whoever they want. We do have Shermie coming in here. 2 bars. That character hurts.
Yeah, she does, man. Ain't no way around it. But, really?
Yeah, the lingering, yep.
Yeah, listen, how active are we on these, man?
Getting hit with the right drinking, that's like drinking McDonald's Sprite, bro.
It's crispy.
Oh, just like that combo. Here we go.
Go for it. Get the bounce.
I love that combo. Yep. Get extra damage. And then right back to the zone. And, nice anti-air with the slash. I see Boom a little bit too high up for the follow-up.
Right, like I said, still has a corner position. And Boom is just keeping that line in the sand.
Cambosa just model walking down the walkway. Wake up DP. Yeah, yeah.
Man, like I said, when you know if you got it, smoke them. So yeah.
Let's see. We're down to anchor already. Rock Howard coming in. That's why we hear the song in the background.
Mm-hmm. No, again, like I said, I saw somebody with a very, very interesting take regarding the Tekken 8 trailer in reference to KOF. And yeah, flat out they said, I believe that Geese being in Tekken 7 had a much bigger effect on Tekken than they're willing to admit. You know, what with people running and growing wings when they throw punches and everything. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge on that one.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We're going to miss that. Good punish from Boom. Got the run up 2C. Oh, missed the DP just a hair too late on that one.
Also, like I said, yeah, you got the resources, man. Make this happen.
Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to. He's not dead, but the next combo definitely will do it. Oh, you got to press a button there. That's a 5-bar rock. Maybe hit him with a shadow strike or something.
It's a daring overhead, but nobody home.
Yep.
All right, so Boom putting in that work. Establishing dominance early.
Very early. Benny Maru OCV. It's some words I like to utter, you know. Always love seeing my man Benny out here doing work.
I said, do you think he is going to suffer too much in the next match?
He shouldn't. Like, he's good, right? Don't get me wrong, but I still think there's some things that he lacks, and he's good where he is. I think there's quite a few characters that are, like, fine where they are, but, you know, for the sake of change, you have to make changes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, we charging up that hammer. Oh, no, the
Bait
slash.
it out, man. Like I said, it's a bold dare, but you got to cash out when the time's right.
Wow, Boom with the full court press right there into the command throw. Nice little setup. I might steal that one. That's cute.
Got crossed up, homie. Again, right now, Kambosa swinging.
Yeah, Kambosa not able to really start anything yet. Just getting a little bit of damage, but oh, this could be a big punish. Some good damage right there with the heavy slash. Oh, the catch release.
All right.
Here we go. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But look at that. He got like 2 hits, and look at the health on Vinny, you know. That's what it comes down to. When Darlie can connect, she will do damage. It's just finding that way to open up your opponent.
All right. Meets her in the air with that. Nice. Gets the quota.
Ooh, empty low. Ooh, one for a hard read there. Boom, just doing a really good job at dissecting Kambosa's offense, though. Nice cross under.
Doesn't go for the follow-up.
Yeah, missed it there. Might have went for super, but didn't get it. Still in a good lead. Kambosa unable to connect with anything at this moment.
Yeah, and like one of the things that I'm noticing now, I'm seeing from Kambosa is that it's like you said, he's going for these hard reads, but it's a little bit too telegraphed at this point.
Yeah. Oh, the cross-up, the rare cross-up jump D. In KOFXV, that is. Because every other game, that thing hits you anywhere he wants. But good stuff.
All right, so Rock coming back on board. Is Boom going to double tap the OCV?
It's looking like he can. Rock has to get something started. He's got all the resources in the world. Okay, that's a good start. No finish on the combo, though. Got to just eat a command throw for his troubles. A little bit of scaling here, but it's okay. Damage is damage, especially when you're up 2 characters, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice counter hit conversion.
Back up.
Oh, no.
This is going to hurt.
Yep. Going for the DP again. Next one should do it. Nice string from Boom. Just DPing through it. Woo.
Good reversal from Kambosa.
Okay.
Getting close. Getting a little jump in action.
That's plus. Oh, just cracked him on the dome. I just want to see Benny die. Oh, my God. He's in chip right over the lightning. Oh, man. Almost.
He was there. He was there.
Almost there. And I hear him laughing in the background. So you know what? He's having a good time, and that's all that matters. Yep. Let the good times roll, as they say. So that was our very first match. Boom taking that one convincingly. But, yeah, what you think?
It's good, man. And when it comes to the way Boom plays, because like we were talking about earlier, like this is a guy who's coming from Soul Calibur. So there's a mindset approach that he has in terms of dealing with like 2D, and in terms of having to deal with like the team mechanic, where it's really a matter of, since he has that mentality, he has that mindset, what his goal is going to be is to control the pace of everything. To like literally just make sure that everything happening on screen is going according to his metronome and nothing else.
And that's exactly what he
yeah.
did, yeah. That's exactly. Just every time he cut off Kambosa, whenever Kambosa's offense was starting to, pick up a little bit, he just shut it down right there, got the mix-ups in there. Yeah, Boom did that really well. Very impressed with his Benny Morrow.
Yes, definitely. Again, it's not to say that, like, a good Benny Morrow is like a dime a dozen commodity or anything in KOF. Is everybody who's good with a character, there's B&Bs that you're, like, naturally you kind of have to know. You got to memorize and everything, but there's that sense of individuality that every player brings regardless of how often said character gets picked.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I love mirror matches, because now it boils down to the concept of it's the player against the player. It has nothing to do with the matchup, nothing to do with the characters anymore, because they're using the same character.
Right. There has been, though, there's been a little bit of a debate recently on Twitter. Nothing too huge.
Oh, word?
I mean, that's shocking, right? A debate on Twitter. But there's been a little bit of a debate where, like, some people think there can be mirror matches that can be 6-4. You know what I mean? So, like, we're playing the same character, but the same character beats himself or beats herself in a way. You know what I mean? But, I mean, that's a topic for another day, but I would agree with you there. Every Benny Morrow, at least in my experience, brings something different to the table. We all play very differently. As you see how Boom was playing right there. But, he takes that victory, and it looks like we're going to be moving on to our next matchup. Not sure who's coming up to the stage just yet, but thank y'all for tuning in already. Starting your morning right with some Java, I'm sure, and some NEC, specifically some KOFXV, just to round out the rest of the year for this game, which has been a hot year for this game.
Oh, yeah, man, definitely. Like, every time it comes back to it, the thing that, like, just blows my mind is how far 15 has gone in correlation to 14.
Yeah.
Not to, like, knock 14. Like, I wouldn't really be here if it wasn't for 14.
Yeah.
But to see the amount of engagement and retention that KOF15 has managed to, maintain year out.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to say this one?
Oh, yeah. Just let us know, guys. Just hang out with us just for a little bit longer. We have to restart the stream. Just having a few technical difficulties. We'll literally be right back. Do not go nowhere. I'm going to come to your house if you go somewhere.